Hey everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Today we're going to be doing Jigen from Boruto. So he's kind of half Isshiki and half Jigen. You know, it's the form he was in the fight with Naruto and Sasuke, their first fight. So I'm on a landscape orientation page, use a pencil and hit pause if I go too fast. So let's start with the eyes. So center point, my page is approximately here. We're just, to fit in that horn on top of his head, we're just going to come down a little bit. And we start with his right eye. So we go diagonal up, like so. And then we just bring it across and up to there. It's kind of a curvy sort of line. And then we just bring it down into the corner. Very skinny eyes now, Jigen. And then this just comes across, like so. So it's very thin eyes like that. And then his iris, just here inside, like so. No pupils, so just sort of a narrow iris line. You can thicken up the top eyelid if you want, like so. So you want to measure the eye, you want to fit that in between. That distance is where the next eye will start, right? So here to here, fits in between, just about, and then you'll do the next eye going over this way, like so, and then comes down to here. Bring it across, like so, and then we go iris inside. So he doesn't have any pupils, so we don't really need to worry about that. And you can thicken up the top eyelid a little bit. Like so. So we have a big frown. So like coming out from here, big sort of frown line up his temple. And then this comes underneath his eyebrow area. He doesn't have eyebrows, but if he did, just here, right? And you do the same thing kind of over here. And then we got some wrinkles. He's frowning, so we got like some wrinkles in between his nose. Right, we'll come down and do his nostrils, just down here. And then his mouth, real close to his nose, just like flat, sort of across here. And then we bring it down the sides like that. And then his bottom lip, underneath. And then his chin, relatively pointy sort of chin, just there. So proportion wise, things are sort of out of whack because I think his head is like tilted forward a little bit. So eyes to nose is larger than nose to chin, right? So like chin to nose will bring you up to sort of just his bottom eyelid, I would say, right? So if you went bottom eyelid to nostrils, that's about the same as nostrils to chin, okay? And then nostrils to bottom lip is still about the same as bottom lip to chin. So that's the kind of proportion you're going for. Your nostrils are about halfway between the bottom of his eye here, the bottom eyelid, and the chin. Okay, that's roughly the same. Okay, and then this is halfway between here and here. The bottom of his bottom lip. Okay. So that's for anyone who's interested in proportion. So then his jaw will come up the side. Up to about there. It's about nose level. And then we'll go up this side. to there. And then we'll go up the side of his face. Like so. So then his ear comes out at the top of this line, both sides, like so. And he's got studs, so like earrings sort of sticking out here, right? So there's kind of like 6 or 7 of them coming down in a row here. Right, same on this side. Right, and here, and then like the line for his inside of his ears, just like here, comes down this way. And this one's kind of maybe skinnier, just here. And then earlobe comes off this way. This comes underneath, like so. And then we got like similar over here. So it doesn't have to be the exact same, just kind of a earlobe with an earring. Just there. And then bones and ligaments on the inside. So kind of comes down this way, line there, maybe line there. Lots of different ways of doing that now. So I'm going to do something similar here. Trying to roughly get it. Same sort of idea on both sides. Okay. So that big horn around his head, right? So but the spike comes out from this side of his head over here, right? So we'll do that first. So it's pretty close to his ear. So it's like here. Curves up like that. Might be a line just joining his ear, just here. And then we'll go spike it down here. So it's a tricky enough shape now to get it around his head, right? So it goes the whole way around to here, right? So we'll start it here, just behind his ear. Comes out from his ear here, and then we'll bring it up and around, right? It's quite big now. It's like, because his head is tilted forward, the whole length of his face is how high you go up. So like to the top of like his ears, even chin to the top of his ears. That's how high up to the top of his head it'll be if you want to mark it. So like here to here is about the same as here to here. Okay, so just so you don't go up too high. Right, and then we'll just aim for that. And we'll try and join these together by going around. Right, so it kind of bulges out on this side, and then we'll bring it down to there. Okay. So now there's like an intersection, and some of his, I think he's got black hair and stuff, right? So this intersection starts here. And it's got a ridge, right? So it goes up this way first, right? Now it deviates, so it separates, right? So this section comes up here, and then this section comes up on this side. Okay, so this horn. So we'll go around here. This is where it separates. See, it's like a train track going off this way and one track going this way, right? But this one will come around and join like this one here, right? And then this track will go up, touch the top of his head, join this line, and then it'll come off and go towards the bottom of the horn here. So it makes it look like it's ridged, sort of, right? And then there's a bit of a ridge coming down here too. It's kind of a broken one, like a line like that. Okay, so that's kind of a tricky shape. So pause it there and see if he can work it out. And then his hair tied up behind his head is just a bulge here. And then the hair inside here, spiking down, middle of his head, just black hair in there. Okay. So then on the horn, right, there's all these patterns and texture lines and things, right? So these sort of like this. In the manga, there's like more texture than in the anime, which is pretty standard, but like so, and then we go to there. Like that. And then, so he's got all these black tattoos on his face and they go up and down the horn, right? So we'll just do those now, right? So lines coming down inside the face here. These sort of bumping lines coming in towards his brow first, right? And then there's these sort of square rectangular lines, like so, going all around his head, like this, and all around his horn, just going up this way, right? And you got to sort of follow the pattern, so it'll go up here and then come down on the inside, right? So it changes direction inside here, and these are black inside or dark gray, like this. And there's one in the middle, so just like here, and then some coming down this way. Here. Okay, so then there's like some that come down the side of his face here. So curves out, comes right down to the bottom of his jaw, down to there. Then another one in here, and then there's lines under his eye, so these come down. These are thin, relatively thin anyway, relative to the others. And then I think this one comes underneath his eye and joins the corner of his brow, just there. And then we'll go over the other side and do something similar. It's not exactly the same, but it comes down side of his face again, up, in, two thin ones sticking down here, and this comes up underneath his eye over to there. And then this comes down like so under his bottom lip, and then one coming up here. One coming up here, a longer one here. I think there's one on this side of his face somewhere as well. Very thin, like so. And then there's one that comes up side of his face, goes up into his horn, and there's two lines sticking off here. So I'll do these just so we know where we're going. So up to here. And then this comes off here, down, and then it goes down into the side of his face. So it just goes down like this. It just joins the side of his face. And then this side, down to there. Down like so. I think that's all of them. I think so. Okay, so his shoulders. So his head is kind of tilted forward and he's kind of hunched over a little bit. So that means the shoulders are real high up. So start here, right? Like that. And then shoulder will curve down this way. Right, and you don't want to go out much further than head width, right? The width of his head, roughly where the shoulders will be. And then you come down this way. Same on both sides, by the way, about head width. And then he's got a collar on underneath his chin, like a red one. It's just this sort of V-like collar. And it's got some patterns on it, so it like goes down like so. And then goes up underneath his jaw. And then comes down this way. He's got kind of a robe thing on, so this comes down like so. To there. And collarbones in here. And he's got some tattoos on his chest as well. Well, it's karma really. It's not tattoos. Like so. But I think that's everything. That's how to draw Jigen / Isshiki from Boruto. Hope it's helpful, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.